starting.
Sure. Hi, this is Akash Dhar, and you're watching me on Cineblues.
Hi, this is film critic Ahwan, and today on our show, we have actor Akash Dhar, who has recently appeared in the biggest, the monstrous hit of 2023, Gadar 2, with Sunny Deol and Utkarsh Sharma and Amisha Patel. And the film has been directed by Anil Sharma, and it hit the theaters on 11th of August 2023, and it has taken the total box office by storm so far in these 4 or 5 days. And so, Akash, coming to Gadar 2 first, how has been the feeling? You're part of such a mega project, such a stupendous project. So, how does it feel?
Frankly, I'm overwhelmed and elated. Um, the anticipation was always there, but now that it has actually happened, it really hits you, and it hits you in a good way.
Yeah.
And I'm very, very thankful, grateful to Anil Sharma sir and all the people associated with the film for making me a part of this vision, and grateful to God Almighty for this.
Okay, so Akash, if you remember in 2020 when pandemic had hit us, there was Gunjan Saxena which came on OTT, right?
Yeah.
And you were part of Gunjan Saxena as well, and you played a man with uniform. And here also you play an army officer, right? That's
Yeah.
also a man in uniform. So does it feel like a personal accomplishment having to play this character, which are like on the defense side, men with uniform? Does it feel something different to play such characters?
Absolutely. I mean, you get to represent the country in these
Yeah.
uniforms. Different
Yeah.
aspects, of course. That was the Air Force. This is the Army. I'm hoping for the Navy in the future.
Right.
But I mean, it feels amazing. And, I keep saying this in all my interviews before also, that after this experience on Gadar 2, the respect and admiration for the Army has really gone many notches high. Because I used to do all my stunts here, but those are just an act. And these guys really do it for real. So I mean, hats off to them. I mean, for the love of the country, they put their personal lives at stake and do so many sacrifices to protect all of us.
Okay.
It's amazing, and I'm very privileged and I'm really honored to be donning these roles and getting to wear these uniforms.
So for Gadar 2, Akash, did you have anything to prepare for the character that you played on the screen, or how was it? Can you tell us about the experience of getting into
Uh,
the character?
sure. So we had some army personnel who were training us over there,
Okay.
and there was this I think it was Major, Mr. Colonel Surinder, Mr. Surinder. I do not remember his full name, but yeah, he was
Yeah.
there to help us all through
Very
in
good.
terms of training, in terms of prepping up for the stunts,
Yeah.
how to hold a weapon, how to do the action sequences,
Mhm.
how to talk to your people, your battalion. Because I was the commander, I was the major, I was supposed
Right.
to, to give these commands to all my
Yeah.
battalion in the film and in the scenes. So he would teach us all that. I mean, how do you go about it? And the kind of basically a mental state, a
Mm-hmm.
mental attitude that an army officer needs to have. So he used to
Yeah.
help and guide us with all those things.
Right.
And even during the shoots, while we were giving the takes, if there was something wrong in a position of, of handling a weapon or in terms of our gestures, he would just correct us over there.
Right. Right.
So yeah, it was very helpful and thoroughly enjoyed it. Very
Mhm.
challenging, but yeah, enjoyable.
Okay. And now coming to Sunny Deol, right? Sunny Deol, as a director, he directed you in Pal Pal Dil Ke Paas,
Yes.
where he launched his son, Karan. And I think
Yeah.
you played an antagonist. Your character had antagonistic shades in
Yeah.
that.
Yeah.
I remember watching that film in 2019 September. It released. I remember.
2019. Yes.
Personally, I'm a
Yes.
very big fan of Sunny Deol, and now
Oh,
you
so am I.
and now you have acted alongside Sunny Paji. So how was
Hmm.
the experience of working with him as a director,
He's
as an
fabulous.
actor?
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's a fabulous human being. Firstly,
Mm-hmm.
very gentle, very soft spoken, and acknowledging
Mm-hmm.
everyone around him. So as a director, of course, though he was soft spoken, but he was very clear what he wanted in terms of a performance in Pal Pal Dil Ke Paas,
Okay.
the film that he directed.
Mm.
And as a co-actor, he just allows you to be and aligns you with the vision of the director. And if there is a need, which was in a couple of scenes, he
Yeah.
would guide you also very
Mm-hmm.
nicely. With me, the first experience actually, my very first scene was with him, but we had not met. He was not aware that I'm doing the part.
Okay.
So when I met him, he was this in his brooding, because it was a very intense
Intense, huh?
scene. So he
Okay.
was in his own mindset. I was in my own. And the minute we came in
Hmm.
front of each other during the rehearsal, and then he looked up to me and he smiled and said, "Arey tu," and because he remembered me, of course, from
Yeah.
Dil Ke Paas. So we had a small moment over there. I just hugged him. Then we got on to our lines and rehearsing and also a very soft-spoken man,
So,
doesn't talk
yeah.
much.
So it would have
And
brought the memories back from 2018,
absolutely,
19 times.
yeah. And in between also I kept meeting him in
Okay.
different events. So very
Hmm.
soft and very nice and very gentle to talk to, unlike what his on-screen persona is.
On-screen personalized.
But yeah, I mean, it was fabulous. Yeah, I had a lovely equation with him.
Oh, that's great to know. It's
I
great.
still have a lovely
Yeah.
equation.
And uh, Akash, like I think Gadar to the action director, the stunt and all is given by Sham Kaushal, right? Uh,
There are actually three action directors. There was Tinu
Sham Kaushal.
Verma for one.
Okay.
There was Sham Kaushal. My portion, the climax was by Ravi Verma.
Okay.
Ravi Verma. He's a big South. I think he does a lot of South films. Here also, he does quite a few
Okay,
films.
so that brought me like that just hinted me about a connect with one of the 2020 films that you did with Vicky Kaushal, like
Hmm.
yeah, Bhoot the haunted the haunted sheep, right?
Both the haunted ship. Yes, yes, yes.
You played the character called Riaz in that. So yeah, it
Yes.
was a very good, and I think it is one of the underrated films because horror as a genre is not yet, but 100% tapped in Bollywood. And
Hmm.
it was a very, I could find out that it was a very intuitive performance from you when you depicted that character Riaz. That stayed in my mind. So
Thank
uh,
you so much for remembering it.
yeah, so
I think unfortunately not a lot of people have seen that film. I would love for a lot of people to watch it, but as you said, horror is a difficult genre that doesn't, you know, go everywhere.
yeah, that's it. So, do you like playing those kind of characters where you have to, act intuitively, more on relying on on your feelings, internal feelings, more rather than playing a very, flamboyant character like what you did, what you've been doing in what you did in Gadar 2, and it's very, it's very methodical. Right? But I think playing characters like Riaz, it's my personal understanding, but what
Mhm.
is your take on that? Do you enjoy playing those kind of characters where you have to
I
rely on your
see.
feelings?
I am a trained actor. I'm a theater actor, and frankly,
You
I
come to
enjoy
that.
doing coming in front of the camera.
Yeah,
So, I mean, given whichever role, whether it was Riaz, whether it was Shekhar in Gunjan, or whether it
yeah,
is Bhargav in Gadar 2, I
correct.
mean, all three have their different personality traits, but at the end of the day, it is me performing
Yeah.
these parts, giving
Uh-huh.
a part of my personality to each of these parts.
Right.
So as an actor, I am just thrilled and I enjoy every character. I mean, I
Mm.
enjoyed Riaz as much as I enjoyed Gunjan, as much as I enjoyed Gadar. Of course, the approaches are different for all three
Yeah,
parts because
yeah,
maybe Gunjan and Gadar, I mean, and Bhargav could be categorized as in a similar box.
yeah.
But Riaz, as you said, was a different
It's in a different
zone
space
altogether.
altogether. Huh.
So yeah, that I had a different approach towards that
Mm.
role. I had a different approach towards Shekhar, and I had a different approach towards Bhargav.
Yeah,
Frankly, I enjoy playing parts which I'm generally a very calmer, gentle, quiet kinds. So
right.
I really enjoyed Reyes that ways, where it allowed me to go a little what do you call it, as you said, on keeping my feelings on my collar, on my
Uh-huh.
sleeves,
Uh,
and expressing myself freely, which I don't normally, which I'm not normally
right.
as a person, as a real
Yeah.
person. So that was a
Mm.
very interesting and enjoyable part about playing Riaz. These other two characters, of course, I've never been an Air Force officer or never been an Army officer. So the emotions that I got to play and
Yeah.
got to explore while playing
Mm.
these characters were also something unique and nice. So I
Right.
think every part has its, I mean, has its own, what do you call it,
Significance and
experience
yeah.
and
True.
difficulties and challenges, and it helps you to explore parts of your personality while playing these parts which you don't even know whether they
Mm.
exist or no, but actually they all exist within you. It's just
Okay.
that you should just keep getting an opportunity to explore these emotions.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm very thankful.
So Akash, like, tell me honestly, like, see, Anil Sharma is a very he has been there in the film industry since ages. Like, he made films like Hukumat, Elana Jang with Dharmendra,
Hmm.
which has been like 35 years old, right? So as an actor, do you find yourself confined with directors of that sensibilities compared to the new age directors working in Gunjan Saxena, or even Sunny Deol for that matter?
Hmm.
So,
Hmm.
do you feel there is a difference in sensibilities, or it's difficult to, adjust yourself to the sensibilities of a director who come from an old age, or
I
it
think,
was not like that?
see, I've also worked, I know what you're saying, but I've also
Uh,
worked with Subash Ghai. Everybody has their own ways of working and
right.
sensibilities.
Uh,
And I think it's your job as an actor to adapt
uh-huh.
to the scenario that you're put in, which
Right.
is what we do. I mean, even for a role or for the kind of people that I work with, I love working with different people. I love working with different kind of directors.
Mm,
There are some directors like Bhanu and Bhoot who was very particular
correct.
about, getting your character backstory and this and that. About then there is Subash Ghai who just tells you what needs to be done,
You acted with him
and
in,
you
you
just go and
acted
do
under
it.
him in Kanchi, right?
In Kanchi, in Kanchi, yeah. Then there is Sunny Deol who lets you know exactly what he wants during a scene in a performance, and there
Achha.
is Anil Sharma who basically tells you, "Hey, ye mota mota hai. This is
Uh,
what I want. These are
okay.
the lines. You will do it,"
He
and he
gives
just
you
leaves
the
it to you.
space. Okay.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
So if you are
Okay.
confident about your craft and job, I don't think any director will stop you from doing it. I mean, you just need to be clear how you're going to do it, and then
Okay.
obviously if they want it in a certain way, you do it in a certain way, and then you just tell them, "Sir, I would like to give you an option.
Mm,
This is also
mm,
what I feel." Then
mm,
whichever take they like, and they will keep it. So I had a lovely time. I mean, I've never had. I'm very fortunately. I've never had any difficult directors to work with. I
okay.
mean, they might be difficult for other people, but for me, because I'm a little flexible kind of a guy,
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
I, I gel with the scenario. I gel with the
Mm,
people I'm working with.
mm.
If I get to do it my way, I'll do it. If not, I'm okay to go their way because they know the vision
Right.
and it's their vision. They know the film better than me.
Right.
So after a point, I just surrender myself to the directors and just allow them to take it whichever direction they want.
Fantastic. Now, Akash, you have been educated from Whistling Wood, the
Mm.
uh, was one of the very premier organizations or premium
Yeah,
education for acting, right?
it is.
From
It still is. Yeah, it
mentored
still
by
is.
Subash Ghai, and of
Yeah.
course, you have also been associated with the theater group by Nasruddin Shah. So, like, you have been acquainted with all the the biggest of stars or actors in the industry. So, any personal anecdote with respect to Nasir Saab or Subhas Ghai Saab that you would like to tell us?
Nasir sir is my teacher and mentor. I've spent a
Uh,
lot of years under him, learned the nuances and the craft through him. Um, Anecdotes, well, I've also done a couple of films with him. Unfortunately, they didn't come out, but yeah, I've done.
uh-huh.
Uh, See, I had a very different notion about acting before I met Nasiruddin Shah. I just thought about acting as a way. I won't say I did not know much about it. I
Okay.
whatever we watched through films and all, I thought, hey, to easy, मैं भी कर लूंगा. So it was
Acha.
very externalized.
Hmm.
And after meeting him, a lot of things changed for me. So I remember my first performance when I did in front of him because he would ask us to do whatever and then he would tell us कि भाई अब जो तुमने कर दिया, ये जो
Uh,
तुमने किया मेरे सामने, इसको भी तुम भूल जाओ.
okay.
This is all references from whatever you have seen and watched and this and that, and which is
Hmm.
true. Now I realize it. So he allowed me to basically, find my own unique expressiveness, my own uniqueness as
Hmm.
an actor, as a person.
Okay.
If you act in a scene and if I act in the same scene, we'll act it differently because you're a different
Differently.
personality, I'm a different personality.
Right.
So there was a lot of emulation from
Uh,
me,
uh,
initially before I met Nasir bhai about
okay.
कभी अमिताभ बच्चन का उठा लिया, कभी इसका उठा लिया, उसका स्टाइल उठा लिया,
Uh,
ये वो. So he helped me to find myself, my own unique
hmm.
voice, and I'm
Hmm.
ever forever grateful to him.
Yeah.
And this is what he would always keep telling me कि अब भाई ये सब ठीक है, but तुम जो हो पहले वो करो.
Acha.
Situation में आकाश क्या करेगा वो बनो.
Uh,
So that was fun with him. I worked with Subash Ghai. Anecdote उनके साथ तो यही है कि anecdote तो मुझे सच मतलब there are so many other incidents, so many instances. I remember I was doing this play.
hmm.
So Whistling Woods में ऐसी well, this is after I got graduated and all that.
Hmm.
And we did this play called Shatranj Ke Khiladi.
Acha. The same
एंड आई
Satyajit Roy वाला thing or
शतरंज के
it was
खिलाड़ी, हाँ, वो जो स्टोरी है प्रेमचंद की,
हाँ
मैंने और एक
हाँ
मेरे दोस्त ने हमने स्टेज पे परफॉर्म की थी विस्लिंग वुड्स
हाँ
में बच्चों के लिए। थिएटर में कर रहे थे तो सुभाष जी ने बोला कि इधर भी आके कर लो, और मैंने अपना हेयर बैक कोम किया था, ये वो किया था। परफॉर्मेंस हो गई, परफॉर्मेंस के बाद हम बैठे चाय नाश्ते पे, और उसी वक्त उनका आई थिंक कांची बनाने का
हम्म
चल रहा था, तो बोला, हाँ आकाश, अच्छा लग रहा है, तुमको बाल शेव करने पड़ेंगे, एक रोल है तुम्हारे लिए।
अच्छा ओके
एंड तो मेरे को 10-15 सेकंड लगा कि ये क्या बोल रहा है, रोल है, हाँ करूंगा, लेकिन बाल शेव करने पड़ेंगे। And I just said, आपके लिए कुछ भी करूंगा. So that was like, well, he was very direct. He wanted me, but he wanted me in a certain look, and I said, sir, I'll do it for you.
okay
So I mean, if that is an anecdote, I don't know, but it came
yeah
out like just out of nowhere. He
okay
enjoyed my performance. We spoke a lot about it. This, that. अच्छा सुनो, तुम्हारे लिए एक role है, लेकिन
हाँ तो
करना
फिर
पड़ेगा. So I played Satyakam in Kanchi, and I
okay
actually shaved my head. I don't
हाँ
know how many people would do it, but I
I
did it
remember seeing that
without,
yeah in
yeah,
2015 it
without
released
thinking.
yeah
Yeah,
right
I just did it, and yeah, I mean, that was an experience in itself. So yeah.
great so what next Akash like where can we see you next where and when can we see you next
So there are these couple of projects that I'm working on. Should start shooting in September end. It's for an OTT,
okay
both the films. I
hmm.
can't divulge much, but very diverse and interesting characters. And one is a little, what do you call it? A little rooted, rural, well, culture से rooted है. एक story है,
okay
दूसरी story थोड़ी ऐसी action oriented है.
okay
So I'm working on these two projects as of
great
now, and plus there are other meetings happening. So as and when I log them, I shall
That's
let the
great.
world
Of
know
course,
and
we
let
saw you on
everybody
OTT
know.
in Karam Yudh, right, with
Yeah, yeah,
Satyajit
yeah.
and Pauli
हाँ
Dun.
जी, हाँ जी.
Yeah, I remember seeing that.
I think there are some possibilities कि season 2 भी हो जाए. Let's see.
Ji.
Fingers
Okay,
crossed.
fantastic. So here is all the best to you, Akash, and we should shine in
Thank
all
you
the
so
projects.
much.
And congratulations once more for Gadar 2. It's been running,
Thank you.
full houses packed. We're not getting tickets.
Absolutely. I mean, it's the
I
first
don't
time
know
that's
what
happened
because
in
it
my
will
career.
factor
I'm a
in this
part
big.
of a, yeah, I'm a part of a 300 crore, almost अभी
Right,
300 हो जाएगी आज,
absolutely. Yeah.
crore film. So it feels amazing. It feels amazing. I'm grateful to God. I'm grateful to Anil Sharma sir
Yeah,
for giving me this opportunity. I'm grateful to Parag Mehta, the casting
right.
director who taught me.
Right.
And yeah, it's amazing.
Yeah. So lovely talking to you. And
Thank you.
yes, wishing you all the best from Team Cineblues.
Pleasure talking to one, to many more in future.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
Cheers. Thank you. Bye.
Bye.
Thank you, Akash.
Thank